Well, I figured I'd start this little section off. It's been a couple days since I've actually been out here in the garage and recorded anything. But, oh, you know, that's how, that's how that stuff works. So, what I've been messing around with today, since I got in here, you can see, there's, well, stuff has happened, right? That's what's going on there. I got the forks off. I was really nervous about this this jack for a couple days. Not from a side to side, but from a front to back. It had a bit of a wobble, and I mean, I think it ultimately would have been fine. It was just I didn't like it. Yeah, you know, personally, I didn't like it. So you can see my solution there is get you another jack and just kind of lightly touch it up against the bottom of really anything that is solid at that point. But other than that, and that I didn't even do that today, that was a couple days ago. What I've been doing since I got out here today was I messed around a little bit on this thing. I was deciding what I was going to do with it. Still not too sure, to be absolutely honest with you. I like this on the tank, but also I was kind of thinking of maybe just not having that on the tank. Of course, then I'd have to come through and, oh, you guys can't even see that, my bad. I'd have to come through and clip 4 of those or 5 of them off and sand them down, and then probably use some body fill or something to kind of just make it smooth. And I don't know if I want to do all that, so yeah. Then once I got kind of squirrel brained on that, I decided to do some work on the forks. I started sanding them down because I'm going to repaint them. Just because the paint on all of the forks. I mean, if you guys remembered from seeing Doc before, like, this was everywhere there was paint. There was a section here, as you can see, that didn't have paint, but this was the travel of the shock. So yeah. And then I had another squirrel moment and figured I'd work on the speedometer. I mean, it's nothing fancy. It's just one of them speedometers you get off eBay for super cheap. Make sure that if you drive miles per hour, you get the miles per hour, because I have a kilometers an hour, and man, that math was kind of rough on the fly, I'm not gonna lie. So then, once I got tired of that, my other squirrel moment was to try and get the speedo cable situed down in there correctly, because I don't think it was going down far enough. I had to cut the end of that off to try and make it a bit more shallow, make it fit down in here better, and actually grab that tooth that turns. I still don't have a way to attach this in here. When it was on the bike, it was held by zip ties. It didn't work because I don't think it was far enough down in there. But there's threads down in there. You can kind of see them a little bit there. So it's meant to have a cap that goes on the end of that, much like this side. You know, see that cap? It's meant to have something along those lines on the other end, and it does not. So we'll have to see if I can't throw something together with that. I'm not too sure what I'm gonna be doing from here on out. I mean, if there's anything cool, I'll jump in, I suppose, you know, just like I do. It's been several days since I last recorded anything. I say several like I haven't been out here in months. It's been a day or so, I don't know. I just didn't really feel like it. I came out and did some stuff yesterday, but it wasn't really for any of the projects or anything like that. It was just shop stuff. Kind of got a late start today because I got brand new shiny internets, so I'm gonna see if it's any better than the crap we had. Where's my fly? There it is. And yeah, so now I'm just out here. Dude's gone now, so I'm just out here tinkering. You saw one of the, I guess, fork strut shock thing. That was what was on the table over there. Little quick side note. That's better. This is the little trim piece, I guess, all painted up. You can see, I will show you my boo-boo real quick. Get some more light. So there, you can see that awkward patch. That's really the worst of it, though, to be honest with you. I mean, I probably will throw another coat or two on here just to try and blend that, because you see how something must have been weird with how the can was spraying, or maybe I got too close, who knows. But yeah, other than that, I'm pretty happy with that. Now I just need to move forward on that. I might do some of that today before I go in. But what I'm working on now is painting these back up to match the bike. And yeah, I don't really know what else. Kind of like I said, I kind of got a late start because that dude was here putting in the new internet, so I didn't get to jump out here immediately or anything. Alright, cool. Alright, yeah. Yeah. Oh, and this thing, I guess, an update on this thing, because I did talk about this a little bit in one of the videos. I decided what I'm going to do. This is a plate that I had cut out to take the place of the locking fuel door, the OEM locking fuel door, and I had bought this locking fuel door, and it doesn't fit. This is just the inner working of it. It obviously doesn't fit. It's way too small. And then this is the outer ring, and that of course is way too big. And at first I was just going to scrap that and just use this. But now I'm kind of thinking of maybe doing some customization, I guess. Yeah, like maybe somehow fitting this into here like I had it. Oh, well. RIP headphone users. So, okay. Fitting that in there, and then somehow putting this in there somehow, you know, so I could still use the locking part, but it'll be like a little custom-made hatch. And maybe, you know, I mean, I could paint it to kind of stand off from the chrome, or maybe engrave something in there or something like that. I don't know. That's kind of what I was thinking. I have been on and off on stuff, as you saw earlier in the video. It's been another couple of days, kind of been deciding what I want to do, you know, like how I want to move forward on this. I think for right now, because I got this thing, it's supposed to be a paint, it's a dent puller, but you're supposed to be able to use it without removing any of the paint from whatever you're pulling dents on. I don't necessarily have to worry about that because I'm going to repaint this anyhow, but I figured I'd just try it out because I saw a couple other guys using it. They got it to work. I've tried Gorilla Glue thus far, and that didn't work. I thought it might at first, but it did not. So I went out and got, I'm going to try this Permatex. Just some 5-minute epoxy grabbed off the shelf because it was there and I was there as well. Somewhere I was reading on here it said something about supposedly bonds to all metals and stuff like that. Yeah. Bonds, metals, hard plastics, ceramics, glass, rubber, and more. So we're going to test that out. Currently though, in order to make it to that, I have to, apparently in order for this stuff to have the best bite, I'm going to have to scuff this up. I mean, I was going to repaint the whole thing anyhow, so it's not a problem, but I'm going to have to scuff this up and clean it again, because I've already waxed and grease removed it. I mean, it doesn't matter because I'm sitting here touching it, so whatever, but I have to sand it down and then do that again, the wax and grease remover, and then we will get to see what happens with this. So I've got the spot scuffed up here and I cleaned it off. Now I suppose I'll mix my resin, or my epoxy rather, excuse me, and said to pull it back unless the bubbles rise. Okay, sure. Hopefully that's right. Oh, so I'll mix my epoxy up and then stick my little pad, plunger, dent puller, leg thing on there, and then I have to let it cure, well, 5 minutes set time, 10-minute cure time. So I'm going to go ahead and wait probably longer than 10 minutes. So let me do this real quick and then I'll put that on and we'll go from there. Yeah, cool. Sounds like a plan. Sure, I am positive that that is way too much, but I'd rather have. Okay. Yeah, I'd rather have too much than not enough. So. So now we mix. It said that the blue will disappear when it's fully mixed. Oh wow, this stuff smells kind of bad. Not gonna lie to you. Not going to lie. Okay, blue's gone. Yeah, stuff does not have an appealing smell. But It doesn't have to smell good, it just has to pull this dent. Okay, so that should be, I'm hoping it's a proper amount of goop for the mostly wasted bottle of epoxy. Now, push it down on there. I'm just going to hold her for a minute and let it kind of grip in, and then I'll start the clock and probably listen to a podcast or something. So I'll return in 10 minutes. So that didn't work out. This stuff, it's been 30 minutes and I can still manipulate it. I can peel it off with my fingers. You just saw it. You know, that's what I'm saying. So this stuff didn't work. Now I have to get it off of there. I guess I'm gonna keep trying different stuff. I mean, shit. No joke, no word of a lie. I had better luck with the. Oh, that reminds me. I had took note. Earlier, I had said Gorilla Glue, not the super glue, the hot glue, Gorilla Glue. I had better luck with that than I did this stuff. So, guess I'll just keep on trying. I might run into town, I'm not sure. I don't really want to, if I'm being absolutely honest. I'd prefer to just stay out here in the garage and mess with stuff, but I suppose it wouldn't hurt to run into town. I might could grab a couple things. I don't know. I'll decide when I come back, let y'all know. So I went out and got this. I don't know. That other stuff was kind of an all-purpose. This is, I guess, an all-purpose, but maybe a specific. I don't know. It might be specific. I don't know. I didn't really read it. All I did was look at the information on the package there, and yeah, right there it says steel. Oh, that's horrible. There you go. Steel reinforced epoxy, and then the strength is 5020 psi. So, and that was the highest one on the shelf. Sounded good to me. But I haven't been working on that. I've kind of been doing the forks. I got them scuffed up. This is all, I don't know, this stuff that I couldn't get off of it. It's just stuff I couldn't get off of it. I'm not particularly concerned with it. Cleaned up that end real nice. Got that one taped off. And then this one here is on its way to be painted. I'm going matte black. They were black before. It was kind of like a satin thing. And this is just going to be straight up matte black, just like the rest of Dohc. It is kind of the theme. I mean, matte black is kind of my favorite thing to have on any vehicle, but for Dohc, it's going to be matte black with that blue. And I got an idea for the tires, but I'm not gonna throw that one out there yet. Yeah. And then this is for the Trans Am. I kind of opened it and took a peek. That is gigantic. I didn't think that the front rotor on a Trans Am was that big. That kind of really threw me whenever I opened it. But we're gonna see. I mean, it was off of Summit, and I matched the vehicle, so those should go on, maybe with a little bit of modification in some manner. Hopefully not. Hopefully they just go on. That would be amazing and make my life easier. But yeah, I think that's probably what I'm gonna call this one. I'm just gonna finish up on the forks and tinker around. I might start recording the next video where I kind of unpack these and go through them and all that stuff. Not sure yet, because I could do some other stuff. There's always some other stuff I could do. I could do shop infrastructure, which is what I've kind of been doing a lot more recently. I could take care of this fender before it rusts. While I was at that one, I might as well go through and you know, finish that off because it's not complete yet. Yeah, I don't really know what else. So I guess that's it. Thanks for guys watching. Like, share, and subscribe.